sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Progrichalcos. Hello and welcome to episode 25 of the Seal of Progrichalcos. As you might have noticed, I'm wearing the same shirt as I was wearing last episode. That's because we're recording a couple of episodes at once, or at least some of this episode. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through all of it before my voice dies, because we've got 4 progression decks coming once we've done the 2 sealed games.
Try to contain your excitement.
But I just wanted to get a couple of episodes recorded well in advance just to make it a bit easier on my editing schedule. Anyway, the series scores are what they were at the end of last episode. I can't be able to flash them on the screen because I'm not exactly sure what they're even at. The ban list though did change. Tobias is banning one card from our collection, Phoenix Wing Windblast, for some reason. Not entirely sure why. I guess it did win one game when we were able to stack one of his cards to the top of his deck, but honestly I don't think that's that big of a problem.
Phoenix!
I'm dead, dickhead.
Anyway, regardless, we're moving on to today's core set, which is a Light of Destruction. The final GX set, and honestly one of the best sets of all time. It introduces a few very strong archetypes and loads of just really impressive single cards. Like looking at the secret rares, Guardian of Order. Okay, I know this card doesn't see any play now, but back in the day was really strong. If you had 2 or more light ones, you just summon this card for free for 2500 attack. Very good for sort of OTKs. Obviously Fossil Dino Pachycephalo is more or less the backbone of stun and has been playable since this card's release all the way through to now. I still see stun decks topping at some regional tournaments. Judgment Dragon obviously being the absolute powerhouse boss monster for Lightsworns. Indescribably strong when he released, just being able to blow up the entire board for 1000 life points when you had priority as well. Absolutely insane card, and getting 4 in the graveyard with different names is no problem whatsoever. Honest, of course, very strong hand trap. Aaron is an okay Lightsworn monster, not one of the better ones. The other secret rares aren't too useful. In the rares though, we do get a lot of funny cards. Substitute, of course, from all the foggy FTKs. Lumina, great card in Lightsworn. Batteryman, Industrial Strength. The Batterymen are another core archetype that basically found their footing here when they've got stuff like the Industrial Strength. And then way down in the commons you've got Charger and Microcell. That formed a really impressive strong engine for a lot of decks going forward. Also in the rares, Golden Ladybird kind of saw a bit of play when the Aromages cards got released. Deck Lockdown is a funny side deck card. Owner's Seal is also cool.
Return to me!
Glorious Illusion is also pretty good. That's just a Call of the Haunted for Lightsworns. And then even the Temperance is okay, just being able to mitigate battle damage. In the Ultras, Celestia and Lila are both very strong Lightsworn monsters. The world has seen some play in some very off-the-wall jank decks to allow you to basically skip the opponent's turn so you guarantee a win, but it's very difficult to pull off even with some more modern cards that guarantee your coin flips. Solar Recharge is a great way of being able to pitch Lightsworns from the hand, draw 2, then mill 2. In my view, the best draw spell ever printed for an archetype in terms of the value that you get from both milling, drawing and discarding is insane.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Destiny End Dragoon is a very funny fusion monster, not too good, and similarly Super Ancient Dino Beast.
Dino Beast is big and scary.
And the Phantom Dragon are kind of cool, but didn't see too much play. Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem as well, also a funny fusion. Super rares, obviously Wolf and Raikou, insane cards. Gladiator Beast Skyzaris really tips Gladiator Beast over the edge. This card is incredibly easy to summon, with Bestiari obviously being a stalwart of the deck. Just being able to blow up 2 cards on the field when he's summoned is insane. Arcus as well as an okay Lightsworn, not as good as the others though. Obviously Ghost Ray, you got the Honest, and then the commons, the Arcana Force cards do nothing, although Fool is going to be very annoying in the sealed matchup because it can't be killed by battle. And then we get stuff like Gareth and Jane, and even Lady in White and Unifrog that saw some play in their respective archetypes. Spell-wise we get Wetlands, which is funny for the frogs, Short Circuit, which is just Batteryman, Board Wipe, Quick Charger as well as just another way of recurring your Batterymen from your graveyard to your hand is very strong. And likewise Portable Battery Pack is just a double Call of the Haunted for the archetype. Obviously Summon Limit has been a perennial thorn in most players' side, finally just been banned in real Yu-Gi-Oh! But this card also saw a lot of play in just stun decks and side decks for basically all of Yu-Gi-Oh's history since it was released here. So yeah, loads of really great cards here. Hopefully we can pull quite well on the Lightsworns and maybe okay on the Batterymen. Lightsworns are obviously a bit of a pipe dream because a lot of them are high rarity, but they are one of my favourite archetypes, so let's see how well we do. So looking at our collection, we actually pulled quite well. We got the triple with the 4, obviously very strong for sealed. We got the Arcus and the Celestia as high rarity Lightsworn monsters. 2 Charger, would have liked to see 3, but 2's probably enough if we ever want to play Batterymen. Oh, no Microcell or Industrial Strength.
I think we're out of batteries.
No Mike, that was a common. Wow. Okay, Battery Men are just dead. I'm never going to be able to play that deck. That's a shame. We did get the guy. Oh my gosh, we got the Geyser. That's awesome. Enough Garroth, which is fine. Some Glorious Illusion, a couple of them. That's good. Triple Dragoneth. 3 Jane. 3 Lumina. Also really strong. That's probably the best way you could get a full playset of. A couple of portable battery packs that aren't going to do too much. 3 Short Circuit. 2 Solar Recharge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we actually have the makings of a really strong Lightsworn deck. That's really nuts. And then the Substitute, Triple Summon Limit Grey and 2 Lady in White, as well as 2 Unifrog. And Volcanic Queen is kind of a whack kaiju. Right, let's flick on over to Dueling Book and see what we made. Okay, so looking at this as a sealed deck, this actually looks insane. We're more or less playing Lightsworn Turbo with a few other cards splashed in. And honestly, when we've got 3 Lumina, double Solar Recharge, and double Glorious Illusion, I don't really see how we can lose this.
You'll find a way.
Alright, looking at our opening hand, we're not too happy about seeing 2 Volcanic Queens, because that could just be any other card that's actually usable to us, especially early game. Right, we're just going to go for the Dark Valkyrie, and Tobias is also on the Mystical Cards of Light. Fair enough. Right, we're going to renormal summon our Dark Valkyrie, putting her up to 2100 and just dealing a nice amount of damage here. Tobias is just passing really, bro. Right, I guess we're going to have to summon the Lumina here just so we can get aggressive and start milling, and we're going to go for 3100 direct. Alright, in the end phase we're going to mill 3, okay. Wow, that was way faster than I expected. What the hell is going on? There's so many good level 4 lower monsters, Tobias. How could you not find any? Alright, Mystical Cards of Light is going to get fired down, and Garroth, there we go, there's a big chunker. Thankfully we do have the Jane, who is able to get on over her compatriot in battle when she gains 300 extra attack points. I'm going to set down the Glorious Illusion, and in the end phase we're going to mill 2 cards. Tobias just passing, what is going on? Right, we're going to go for the Solar Recharge, discard the Garroth. Honestly, we probably shouldn't have done that, but it is kind of funny. Right, we're going to go for the Celestia here, mill 4 cards.
4? That's insane.
To pop both of Tobias's spell traps. Oh my gosh, so we actually just avoided the destruction. I was like, why did that not work? Okay, because we weren't destroying a monster specifically. But we're going to go Glorious Illusion and bring back the Lumina, and then Lumina discard to bring back the Garroth. And is this just game? 4150, 5150. End phase, we're going to mill 5, 6, 7 cards and draw 1. Okay. Tobias is offering a rematch. I'm going to put this on fast forward just as I try and do with every game 3. But I'm just absolutely baffled by how Tobias has so little to do. So I'm going to go for the Mystical Cards of Light and pass. We're going to go for the Goblin Recon Squad again for 1700. And then use this effect to look at 1 card in Tobias's hand. Scary. Wow, we sealed the Jane. Crazy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. It's getting crazy in here.
Down comes the Light Spiral plus the Realm of Light. And the Jane is going to start milling. Thankfully we have the Fool here, and Tobias is going to mill. We're going to tribute the Fool for the Dragoneth, get on over the Jane, and then set down 1 card and mill 3 in the end phase. Glorious Illusion is going to bring back the Jane, and Tobias is going to summon his own Dragoneth. Jane will clear ours, and then the Dragoneth will attack directly for 2000. We're going to start milling loads of cards here, and we're going to go for the Fool, summon down the Celestia just to be able to deal with the Jane. Annoyingly, the Dragoneth is a bit too powerful here. We're going to go for the Volcanic Queen, getting rid of Tobias's Dragoneth, but now I think we just lose because we can't actually summon any monsters. Right, he's going to go for the Interplanetary Invader A in attack mode. Fair enough, Tobias, you can take my Goblin Recon Squad. Lucky Chance. What is this? Heads. What does this guy do with heads? Half or better damage you take. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go for the Solar Recharge here, start milling our cards. Go for the Volcanic Queen, give that to Tobias. I'm not quite sure what the mentality was by getting rid of his 2400 monster and giving him a 2500. Yeah, that is why you don't play Volcanic Queen, kids. Right, for our second sealed match, we're going to be opening 5 packs each of Champion Pack Game 5, 6, 7 and 8, having a total of 60 cards, trimming that down to 40 cards, and then adding obviously all those 60 cards into our collection to see whether we can make some interesting progression decks.
Thanks for the explanation.
Now looking at Champion Pack Game 5, right off the bat in the rares, Anti-Spell Fragrance immediately stands out. This card is an absolute thorn in pretty much every player's side, such a strong floodgate card, and previously was only available as a video game promo, so very excited to potentially get the chance to open this card here. Deck Devi is also very nice, and even stuff like the Dark Necrophy and Blowback Dragon are kind of okay. Super Rare is a Wave Motion Cannon, not happy to see that, and the other cards don't really matter too much because Trap Dust Shoot is banned, and these two cards I think we had enough copies of already. Fiend Sanctuary is a funny ultra rare but not very usable. In the commons, Hammer Shot would be quite nice because I don't think I actually have any of that in my collection. DD Crow I think we have 3 of, but this could just be a way of guaranteeing that we do. Curse Seal is an okay anti sort of spell card, not as good as obviously Spell Fragrance itself. Protect of the Sanctuary is okay, and Rescue Cat is nice. Now Champion Pack Game 6 is insane. We get access to your boy Stratos.
After all this time.
Vindictive and Phoenix Moon Blast would be good for the sealed match, but obviously we've got more than enough in our collection already, and Tobias has just banned this card anyway. In Champion Pack Game 7, you get stuff like Vanity's Fiend, another shot of things like Lone Fire and Bestiari, which is cool. I think we only have 2 Bestiari and we didn't pull any Lone Fire in the Phantom Darkness, so it would be lovely to get a couple of there. Voltic Kong is also funny.
This Kong has a funny face.
The commons aren't too relevant. Gravity Behemoth is a very weird card to be an ultra rare of a champion pack, not usable in the slightest. Great Shogun Shirin would be nice to get because 6 Samurai obviously get better as sets go on, and I don't think I have this in my collection, whereas I know Tobias does. Necrogun is really good in Lightsworn. Magician's Valkyrie is okay for some Magician brews. For the super rares, we've got more than enough of all of these cards, but they are all actually good reprints, and the commons Vanity's Rule I don't think we have access to at all, so that would be funny if we could pull some. Same with the Auroral Oppression. Right, let's flick on over to our collection and see how well we pulled from each of these. From Champion Pack 5 we did get the Hammer Shot and the Deck Devi. Nothing else here is going to be too relevant for any progression decks. For Game 6 I am elated by the fact we pulled 1 Stratos.
I see you finally decided to show up.
It's huge. We can actually play a competent hero list now. We've been trying to jam heroes for the longest time, playing like the Cope stuff like Thunder Giant, but now we actually have Stratos. We've got Neos Aliases. It's going to be a while before we get to Gemini Spark, but Big City is now online, which is huge. Magic Hats will be funny in the sealed deck, nothing else too relevant here. For Game 7, I'm very happy to see Ancient Rules. I didn't have this card before, and Ocean is actually also pretty strong for the E-Hero deck. For Game 8, we just got absolutely nothing here aside from 3 Royal Oppression, which, gosh, bearing in mind we're gearing up into the era of special summoning galore, this card is going to be backbreaking to deal with. Obviously it was very hard to cut from 60 to 40 cards as we've still got trash in the main deck like Amazon of the Seas. Fusilia is okay, can be 1400 or 2800. Doom Shaman is terrible. Okra is a 2400. Solar Purity and Light could be cool. Homunculus is just a big beater. Same with the Alien Warrior and really the Stratos, although we can search us the Ocean. Magician's Valkyrie is just a 1600. Theban Nightmare 1500. And Triple Protector of the Sanctuary as a defender. 2 Dark Panther doesn't really do much but could potentially be funny. 3 AA, if we get all of them on the field we just win the game. 1 DD Crow and then 2 Cold Wave and the Hammer Shot. For the traps we're playing 3 Royal Oppression, not that I think there's going to be too much special summoning, but it could come up. Spirit Barrier, Counter, 2 Select Spreading Virus, the Deck Devi, the Dimension Wall and the Magical Hats. Most of these cards have no actual viable targets. Okay, this is actually a pretty strong hand. We've got a Defender with the Protector, an Attacker with Alien Warrior and Hammer Shot as a protective spell. Double Costin is going to get summoned and that's going to bounce off our Sanctuary. Our turn we're going to summon the Alien Warrior and clear out the Double Costin. Tobias is just setting and regretting. Ooh, we actually have the potential to pop backward with Stratos. That's insane. And Panther will go down, and Tobias is just going to set him on. So we're going to flip over our Ocean, fire down the Stratos, and use Stratos' effect to pop the counter. What does this card do? If you're looking at it, you take no battle damage. Right, okay. Fusilia is going to die, and then we're going to deal 3300 direct. I'm fairly certain this is just game over, because what can Tobias do? Okay, you can summon a Double Costin. that ain't going to get you far. We're going to go for the Spirit Barrier just to ensure we take no battle damage from that. Then we can summon down the Homunculus, clear the Costin, and then we've got 36 direct. Could have just attacked with the Protector for a game, but we were affording Tobias one extra turn just in case. Nah. Okay, game 2, our hand is looking a lot worse. We've got the Protector, and yeah, that's about it, Chief. If we lose him, we are out of the game. Double Costin. Oh my gosh, we are out of the game.
Well, that was fast.
For the Fusilia Dragon, right, we're going to lose the Protector here, and I think we just cry. We're going to keep setting and hopefully not regretting. Alien Warrior is going to come down. We're going to lose the AA and take 18 direct here. This is pretty much the game over. We're going to set down our other AA and pass the turn. Homunculus is going to get fired off, and Tobias is being very disciplined, although he could be getting a lot more damage in, but he is being disciplined with the Fusilia Dragon in case there's something like the second Protector, just ensuring that he doesn't waste an attack. We're going to banish both lights. No, we're not, because DD Crow is going to banish them for us. Right, Tobias is going to summon the Oka.
Okay, okay.
And this is the game. Very quick game 2. That's the way it goes. Okay, this hand is looking pretty lit again. We're going to go for the Protector, set down one Royal Oppression, pass the turn. Homunculus is going to get summoned, and thankfully the Protector is just going to bounce him off. Right, our turn, we're going to go for the Alien Warrior, just crash these two aggressive 1800s together.
Crashing them
Alien Warrior
into...
Homunculus.
How long have you been in the Force? Hammer time.
Okay, Hammer Shot is fine. Oh, I was like, why are we setting with these guys? For the Blade Knight! Yep, that is a 2k strike to the dome, and basically deals with everything we've got in our hand. We can summon down the Homunculus and just hope that Tobias isn't able to clear his hand. Yes, he is. Okay. Right, the Homunculus will fall, and we're also going to take 1000 damage from the Dark Panther. Amazon of the Seas is funny. At least it clears one of the monsters. Going to use that to clear the Dark Panther. Another Alien Warrior is going to get summoned, and there goes the Amazon, and we're going to take another 2k direct. We're going to go Cold Wave, not that I'm really sure why, and just set down the Ocean. And yeah, that is the game. Just the overpowering might of the Blade Knight. Damn, man. Okay, so for the first progression deck, we're just playing boring Crystal Beasts. No need to go into any detail on the deck here. You've seen it a million times before. Let's see how we do. Alright, starting off okay. We've seen the Sapphire Pegasus in hand, plus the Rainbow Dragon is always a decent lead. We are though going to go the conservative route, set down the Cobalt Eagle, and see whether Tobias has any outs to it. Graceful Charity is a pretty good way to start the game. Tobias will draw 3, and then he's going to bin the Witch and the Giant Rat. Have we found a new progression deck for Tobias at long last? The Earth Beatdown? Oh my gosh, will Bazoo come out? No, but Drillroid will, and Drillroid is going to pierce on in, absolutely demolish the Cobalt Eagle. Right, we're drawing the Dark World Dealings, which is pretty good here. Just going to fire that off into the Amber Mammoth. Thankfully, because we are playing some Earths, the Mammoth is actually absolutely huge here. We're going to summon him down, get the boost from Gaia Power, and then use his big tusks to run over the Drill Boy. Right, down comes the Gemini... the Toon Gemini of MST for the Cobalt Eagle. That is the most value a Cobalt Eagle has ever got, let me tell you that for certain.
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
We're going to fire down the Sapphire Pegasus, use his effect to grab the Topaz Tiger out from the deck, and then we're going to go Preemie, paying a hot 8 to pull back the Amethyst Cat. We still can't get over the Gemini Elf, embarrassingly, but at least we can attack one directly for some decent damage with the Amethyst Cat. Right, Tobias' turn. Down comes a second Toon Gemini Elf, and we're going to lose our Amber Mammoth to the first one. Thankfully, because we were able to switch him to defense mode, we're not going to get a card ripped from our hand, which is very nice to have. Right, past the turn. Our turn. Graceful is absolutely huge here. Hopefully we can find something good in our deck. First, we're going to go for the beacon, though. Grab out the Ruby Carbuncle. Oh, and then fire a second beacon to grab the Emerald Tortoise. Have we got them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have them all. Okay, every Crystal Beast monster has been assembled. We're going to use the Ruby Carbuncle to summon out these two first, and then Graceful, drawing 3, and binning the Blessing and the Terraforming. Battle phase, we can just boost our Topaz Tiger big enough to clear one of the Gemini Elves, and we've got the Abundance and Rainbow Dragon for follow-up. Up to us, going to fire the Upstart. I'll take another 1,000 life points. Thank you very much, my good friend. Berserk Gorilla! All night long. Right, we're gonna lose the Topaz here. I didn't think of that, did I? I'm gonna get a card ripped from my hand. Okay, the Abundance probably wasn't doing too much when we have the Preemie out, so I'm not too fussed to lose that. And we are gonna lose the Emerald Tortoise. Alright, Tobias. The rainbow has been assembled. Bring forth the Rainbow Dragon.
With all 7 crystals either in my graveyard or in my field, I'm set. Now here comes the main event. I summon the all-powerful Rainbow Dragon.
He has no effect at the moment, but he's just a 4k absolute chongus here. We're going to turn our Amethyst Cat vertical, summon the second one so we can attack directly with both of them, and then Rainbow Dragon, kill over the Toon Gemini Elf for a big 1600 damage, and then we're going to get in direct for a nice 850 apiece. Preemie's going to get fired off, and Tobias is going to recur from the grave the Toon Gemini Elf. We've actually got a big tribute coming, which she does. Behemoth, king of all animals. I guess all my monsters have to bow to the king because we are playing an animal-focused deck.
Behold your ruler and bow down.
He's big, sure, but not quite big enough to deal with the Rainbow Dragon. Grabbing the Berserk Gorilla back to hand, and the Giant Rat back to hand. Oh, and that's the game because there's no way you can deal with the Rainbow Dragon. Fair enough. Second game our hand is looking decidedly a lot worse than it did last game. I really don't even see what we can do here. Thankfully Tobias is just going to do Upstart, giving us maybe a bit more life points so we can actually survive. Graceful following that is a bit annoying because Tobias is going to be able to deck in 1,000,000, pitching the Cool and the Gaia Power, Terraforming, and yep, down it comes from the Terraforming. Tobias is going to set one and go for the obnoxious Celtic Guard.
I thought lesbians were good at solving crimes. It's like the one positive stereotype perpetuated by cop shows.
Oh, this is kind of a neat combo. So it gets to 1900 attack and then can't be destroyed in battle, basically. I kind of like that. That's pretty fire, not going to lie. We're just going to go for the Twister, pop the Gaia Power, make Tobias' monsters small again, set down the Cool and the Ruby Carbuncle, and pass. Down comes the Hyper Hammerhead. Uh-oh. Replace Carbuncle in the back row and then take another 14. Oh my gosh, what a draw. Pot of Greed. Oh. We're going to go for the Pot of Greed, drawing 2 as Tobias MSTs our Carbuncle. Never have I been more grateful to see the Graceful Charity. Right, we're going to grab the Rainbow Ruins and then Graceful and hope we can actually draw into a monster. That would be nice. DD Crow. Well, I guess Amethyst Cat technically is a monster. It's not a very good one. We're going to go for the Rainbow Ruins here. Summon the Amethyst Cat and just punch an indirect for 600 here. No real reason to use the hand destruction just yet because potentially if this guy goes into our back row we actually start cooking a bit. Giant Rat's going to come down and we're just going to get absolutely blasted by these Earth Bunguses.
I'm not just a waitress, I'm also a basic bitch who doesn't even know how to use hashtags.
Right, our turn, another Terraforming is fine. We're going to go for the hand destruction though. Probably could have fired the Terraforming first just to deck thin a little bit more. Yes! Oh, he's back! Bazoo is back, baby!
What a glorious sight.
Oh, yes, the B8. Oh my gosh, if you can get to 22 today, I will be a happy, happy boy. Right, we're going to draw into absolute trash. And yeah, we're going to have to cool to bring back the Ruby Carbuncle, even though Ruby Carbuncle should be in attack mode because that's how cool works. And I don't know why the cool falls off. We're just cheating all over the place here, trying to find some way to stay in this deck. Witch and Lightning Vortex. That is maybe not game because we can half the battle damage with the Rainbow Ruins here. 750, 28, and it is still game.
Fred's a rich white guy with a tiny dong. He did it.
You stink!
Okay, into that all-important game 3, we're going to turn the fast forward on and see whether Tabas is able to actually cook us with the bazoo. Fingers crossed. Right, Dark World dealings are huge here, but same with the hand destruction. We can just pitch 2 of our Crystal Beasts, then start going for the Dark World dealings to pitch even more of them. We sided in Karibo apparently. We're going to go for the Amber Mammoth, clear the Witch, and Tabas are going to grab the Grand Mole. Interesting in this position. The Giant Rat plus Gaia Power is not quite enough to deal with that Emerald Tortoise. Thankfully, Lightning Vortex is big here, being able to out us. A double MST as well, just clearing the rest of our back row. Hyper Hammerhead we pulled out from the Amber Mammoth. We're just going to grab a second Amber Mammoth. Grand Mole is going to start playing a hooky here, bouncing both Amber Mammoths back to our hand. We're going to summon down another Amber Mammoth, punch on in. Hopefully Tabas doesn't have something big enough. Bazoo! Oh, he's going to go up to 25. I'm not feeling alive, Tobias.
You had one job. Just the one?
Right, Amethyst Cat punching in directly. Yeah, now we just lose. It's like we can do death by 600 cuts. Once Grand Mole is established and you're in a losing position, there's just no way back. But thankfully, Promise is actually a decent way back. We are able to get our second monster out. Injection Fairy Lily. That has, wow, a blast from the past and an absolute inoculation of destruction there. Wow, we got wrecked. Next up, we're bringing back Dark Wilds. No real changes to this deck since the last time we played it. I think we got the third Dark Wild dealings and we're playing the card of Safe Return, which I'm not sure whether we were playing that before. Straight off the bat, the hand is actually looking pretty stacked with both Bron and good ways to enable some discards. Not as good as the Graceful Charity though. If we had that in our opener, man, this would be over. Right, Tabasa can go for the Luminous Spark. Okay, looks like we're playing the Creator deck once more, and now down comes the Creator.
Do not be surprised. Everything in this world is dictated by the passage of fate.
That is actually a bit of an issue given our hand. Just admitted defeat there, right then and there. I don't know why, maybe I didn't want to reveal what I was playing. Right, we're going to try going first to see whether we can actually do a bit more damage when we actually have the first turn at our disposal. We're going to go for the Dark World dealings, fire it off, discarding our Beige, summoning Beige straight back from the grave, and then we are going to set down the Renge and pass the turn. So I was going to go for the Upstart, drawing 1, Graceful as well. Wish I could see this card sometime in my life, maybe.
Pretty pleased with a cherry on top.
Discarding the Paladin and the Magic Jammer, 2 back row, and the Sidra and Luminous Spark. Right, we are going to lose our Renge here, sadly. I thought a 2100 defender was actually going to be good enough to survive a turn. Unfortunately not. Creator Incarnate is going to get summoned and we're just going to lose both of our Beiges here. This is going wonderfully. Pot, fingers crossed, this actually gets us into a thing that discards. Okay, Dark Road Lightning is huge here. We can pop, well, we can't pop anything because the MST gets flipped up. And we're just going to be setting and regretting here. Cool. So bring back the Paladin. We're going to go with the DD Crow, just to at least banish that Paladin, just to mitigate some of the life point loss that's coming our way. Take another 2100. This is depressing. So the Dark Worlds were terrible. Hopefully we have a bit more luck with our Chaos Lightsworn brew here. There's a lot of random cards in this deck, like the Ill Blood and the Shadow Ghoul and even like Soul of Purity and Light, but the aim is just to stack up our grave with lights and darks and then just make big monsters win, hopefully.
So original.
We've got 2 Rota, which is quite nice to search Jane and Dragoneth, as well as the DD Warrior Lady. Solar Recharge, obviously, Solemn Judgment, and then the Escape from the Dark Dimension as a kind of interesting tech to potentially recur one of our banished Dark monsters. I have no idea how this is going to perform. It does look like a bit of a mess and we could easily brick pretty hard or just mill all our best cards, but I love the Lightsworn, so I really want to see whether we can actually make something work with them, even without Judgment Dragon. We're just going to summon the Jane and set to back row. In the end phase, we're going to mill out the Jane and the hand destruction. Upstart's going to find Tabasa a new card, and then the Heart of the Underdog. Okay, this is like the Kukulkan deck probably. Shock Trooper's going to come down, easily clear out our Jane, unfortunately. Well, we have the Rotor, we're just going to use that, fire that off, grab our final Jane from the deck. And it's a bit of a slower start, honestly. This deck is supposed to be quite explosive, but obviously we haven't found too many ways of getting both lights and darks in the grave here. Going to clear out the Shock Trooper, set down the second Say No Man, and mill out more light monsters. Where are my darks?
Is that racist? That depends.
Right, Tabasa is just passing. Okay, we can go for the... Oh. Okay, Tabasa apparently also forgot the Heart of the Underdog was on play, so he's basically playing his turn in my turn here. Right, summons the Archetype Soldier. We are going to Solemn Judgment. I can't believe we paid Solemn Judgment to negate Archfiend Soldier. Well, we're going to go for the Monster Incarnation and recur back the Lumina now, since we have a Light and Dark in the grave. Oh, we don't actually want to do that just yet because we want to keep the BLS as a surprise. We're just going to punch in for 2800 and mill out 5 in the end phase, losing both Solar Recharges, Spirit Weeper, and the Stradigal. At least our graveyard is all set up for the BLS. Tabasa is just going to pass, and this is game, right? We just go summon the Gareth and banish. Oh, we've started in the Cyber Dragon because we know we're going in second, so Tabasa is going to get the upstart value. Great. Down comes
24601. My name is Sean
Warped Warwolf.
Sidra is going to be a pretty good lead here. We're going to go for the hand destruction, get rid of our Gareth and the escape, drawing into Jane and DD Crow. That's great. We can go for the Lumina, discard the Jane, recur the Jane straight back, and then now we can punch on over the Gene Watt Werewolf, dealing a nice 3200 across all our monsters this turn, and then milling a cool 5 cards in the end phase. Love to see our graveyard now being stacked with lights and darks. So should we draw one of our Chaos Bombs, we are basically winning. Tabasa going to draw 3 with the Graves Totality, mill 2, go for the ARA. Okay, sending the Archfiend Soldier from deck to graveyard to summon down the Kukulkan. Kukulkan will banish the Go Giga to go up to 3450, clearing out the Cyber Dragon. Honestly, that's pretty fun with me. We're going to discard the Book of Life with the Lumina to recur the Gareth. Oh, and then just turn our Lumina sideways. In the end phase, we're going to mill, sadly, to see our guys go. And thankfully, with the Gareth, we are actually able to draw 1 card. 2 cards, somehow. Yeah, lots of milling, lots of drawing going on there. Right, Kukulkan's going to go back down to 500. And maybe now would be a good time to DD Crow. We're going to DD Crow the Gene Watt Werewolf, basically reducing the Kukulkan down to a 500 attacker, and annoyingly the Archfiend Soldier is able to out the Jane. We are now in such a good position though, especially with the Rotor. We can use that to pick up the DD Warrior Lady. We're going to discard the Lumina with Lumina's effect to summon back the Jane. I probably could have summoned back that Lumina and then use that Lumina to go even harder, but it's okay. We're just going to go for the DD Warrior Lady, clear the Kukulkan, get it banished just because we don't want any potential graveyard revival bringing it back, and then Jane can attack on over the Archfiend Soldier with Gareth attacking directly. In the end phase, we are going to mill 3, then 5, then 2, then 1, and if we don't win next turn, we do deck ourselves, which is a bit unfortunate. Apparently, it's not an issue though. Whew, well done, Lightsworns. Alright, our final progression deck is the one I'm actually most excited for, Gladiator Beasts. Obviously we couldn't quite play this deck last episode, even though we had a lot of the tools, but we just didn't have the Laquari. But now we actually pulled the Gaizaris in Light of Destruction. This is a really viable deck, with Bestiari just being an absolute all-star, triple Mormillo, all of the great equip spells, triple Proving Grounds. Like, this deck looks insane. Ooh, starting the dueling, we've got BK Zane watching us. I wonder how long he's going to stay around before he decides to tab on out. At least that's one more viewer than the YouTube video will get. Am I right? Right, Go Giga Gigo is getting... I guess we're playing a bit of fun doing the thumbs up and the GLHF just because we've got the watcher in the chat, but he is gone. Right, Tabasa looks like he's still playing the Kukulkan list, binning the Go Giga and the Gene, summoning down the Kukulkan and then banishing the Gene to make him a 2500. That is unfortunately not quite good enough when we have the Bestiari plus the Battle Manica. We're going to tab the Bestiari into our Murmillo, popping the Kukal in while we take 1000 damage. In the main phase 2, we're just going to fire down the Battle Manica once more, equipping that to our Murmillo. Tobias is going to go for the Graceful here, drawing 3 cards, and then milling the... That's surprising. I would have thought you wanted to keep that in your hand, because that's your way of recurring back the Kukulin. Alright, Sabersaurus is going to get summoned and do nothing. We're going to go for the Andal, just do the 1900 Vanilla Tango here as they both die. And we're not even going to bother attacking with the Murmillo. Tobias is just passing, love to see that. And just losing. Alright, Tobias is going to bring his Creator deck, this time summoning out the Creator turn 1.
It is from me that all life is born. It lives only for me.
Let's see whether our Glads are able to deal with this big light boy. We do have the Battle Halberd and the Manica. We're going to equip those both to the Dimakari, take some damage from the battle, use the Halberd to pop the Luminous Spark, and then tab on into the Murmillo, popping the Creator. Main phase 2, we're just going to equip him with the Battle Manica once more. So we're also going to go for the Paladin of Cursed Dragon, unable to deal with our dude. We're going to summon down the Dimakari.
Are you having a stroke?
Equip him with the Archfiend Shield, and then battle the Paladin, take another 300, then tab the Dimakari from deck into our second Murmillo, popping the Paladin. Premature Burial is fine here. Tobias is going to recur back the Paladin, distribute him off for the Air Knight Parshath. Okay. We do have outs for this, but it's just an annoying amount of damage that we're going to be taking. So we're going to take 2000 damage here, and Tobias is going to get a draw. Gladiator's return, we can't quite fire that off. We're just going to go for the Hoplo, grab the Halberd, and turn our Murmillo vertical. Murmillo's going to hit into the Air Knight Parshath. Tobias will draw a card, but we will be able to then tab the Murmillo for the Bestiari, popping the Premature Burial, and therefore the Air Knight Parshath. Not quite sure that's how that works, because he wasn't equipped for that. Alright, main phase 2, we're just going to equip the Battle Manica back to our Bestiari and pass. We're also going to go for the Luminous Spark, summoning the Cyber Dragon, and yep, we are going to lose our Bestiari here thanks to the MST. We've maybe been a bit too cavalier with our life points here, because we are kind of struggling. Right, we're going to go for the return, shuffling back the Bestiari, the Battle Manica, and the Archfiend Shield into the deck to draw 1. Graceful is huge. We're going to draw 3 into the pot, discard the Andal and the Hoplo, then we're going to go pot into Darius and Cool, set down the Cool, set down the Darius, and pass.
Okay.
We'll come down, and that's both of our monsters gone. This game has quickly got away from us. Well, we're going to have to pre-me just to stay in the game, bringing back the Darius. I'm going to go for the Battle Halberd, put him on the Darius, attack on in, take the 900 damage, putting ourselves to 100, popping the Luminous Spark. Main phase 2, we're just going to set down a card and pass, hoping Tobias has no monsters. He has a monster, but we do have the Cool, so Dimakari will die. Thankfully though, Witch, you're no match for the Dimakari returned!
Did you miss me?
Clear the Witch, probably not a good idea because now Tobias can just search anything. At least, the Orca, at least we can then use the Dimakari to go Murmillo, pop the Cyber Dragon. Main phase 2, we're just going to set down 1 card and set down our second Dimakari. We're kind of back in the game, even though we're clinging on for life at the 100. Orca will clear the set Dimakari.
Okay.
And then Lightning Vortex will clear the other one. Both of us are now drawing into just no cards. Hoplo is a huge card there for the top deck wars. Proving Ground also, that gets us Bestiari. It's kind of iffy because Gaizaurus is just a big dude, but I don't even know whether he's worth going into when Tobias has nothing on the field. So we're just going to use the Bestiari to become a Darius, and then Darius will recur from the graveyard the Hoplo. Just fortifying our defenses a bit. Tobias is going to go for the Product Greed here, drawing 2 MSTR Halberd, that's fine, and then Terraforming for the nothing. Oka will come down and clean out the Darius, which does kill the Hoplo.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to set the MST. Freed! That is a bit of a problem, but thankfully our Hoplo can get us into the Murmillo so we can pop that Freed and move on with our lives.
It really wasn't a problem.
Bestiari is great here, and we are finally going to sink them both into the geysers. Just 2400 seems really big. I know we're not getting his effect to actually pop anything, but honestly I just want to put Tabas on that 2-turn clock, which we have done so successfully. Cool though will get fired off. We're going to go for the MST though, finish off that call, and then Gaizaris is able to deal with Tobias. This hand actually looks insane. We've got both the Battle Manica and the Proving Grounds. Paladin is fine, we can deal with that, no problem. We have started in the Light Imprisoning mode. Not that many of Tobias' cards actually use their effects too much. I mean, it's actually a downside if you have this card out and Oka gets summoned, because then Oka won't kill itself. Right, we're going to grab the Darius with the Proving Ground, summon Darius down, give him the little Gladiator to boost its attack up to 2000. Clear the Paladin, and then float on into the Bestiari to pop Tobias' back row. Well, MST does nothing because the Gladius would return to our hand at that point. Then we're going to fire down the Gladius and the Battle Manica, buffing our Bestiari up to 1800 with Battle Protection, which is going to get summoned and creature swapped. That is...
You'll switcheroo!
Which will fall off here, and Tobias will grab the Freed from the deck. We're going to go for the Hot Blow, give him the Archery Shield, do the old Battle Dance, take a lot of damage, but then we are going to be able to shuffle the Hot Blow into the deck, pulling out the Momillo, popping our Bestiari, and losing all of our back row. We are kind of low now on cards, especially if Tobias is able to just put any monster on the field like the Freed. Yeah, Momillo is down. We're going to set the Momillo again. Oka's going to come down.
Okay, Oka.
Yeah, we might have punted this one, boys. Okay, 2900, and she dies. Cool is okay, but I don't know whether we can survive or not. Yeah, we're not going to be able to survive long enough to make use of that call. Preemie plus another.
Okay, Oka.
Okay, we're going to lose the handle. Take 2200 here. That is the game. All right. Well, this is a hand and a half. Absolutely no Gladiator beasts. At least we're getting some value out of our MST, popping the Magic Jammer. Creator is going to get fired down. Thankfully, we have the Darius finally drew one of our monsters. We're going to use him to float on into Momillo to pop the Creator. Finally, we're going to equip the Gladius to the Momillo, just so the Archfiend Shield to the Momillo, just so he can stave off destruction once. We're going to float on into the Bestiari, put a greed for 2. Still no other Gladiator beasts that are summonable. We're going to lose our Bestiari to the Nyan Nyan, and then take 2100 from the Cyber Dragon. We're going to go for the cool, fire that off, bring back the Bestiari, draw the Andal with the Proving Ground, shuffle them both back for the Gaizaris to pop the board, go on in for 2400. And then Gaizaris will float on back into the Hoplomus. Tobias is playing this Soul of Purity and Light, hilarious, but thankfully we can just float on into the Gaizaris, pop the board again, attack on in for 2400, tag out again into the Hoplo and the Darius. Darius grabbing back the Dimakari. We'll lose the Darius to the Creator. Ooh, Solemn Judgment on this Coil of Haunter, then Creature Swap for the Oka, clearing Tobias' own monster. We're going to go for the Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. I thought this card was banned. I want to no contest that one because I'm fairly certain Phoenix Wing Blast was supposed to be banned at this point in time, and I guess I must have had it in the side deck, but yeah, that shouldn't have happened. No contest.
No contest.
Alright, and that is it for this episode. Next episode, we're moving on to 5Ds with the Duelist Genesis as our core set, and the first Gold series as our side set. Now, Duelist Genesis obviously introduces the Psychic monsters and Synchros to the game, and the Synchros out the gate are all very strong, and the Psychics do at least have a cohesive strategy, so that should be pretty good for making some interesting progression decks. And then the Gold Series 2008, can't really remember what it prints. I think that's the one that we print like the Swarm cards and Gravekeeper stuff, so not too good to be honest, but it would be at least a funny sealed match. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do please subscribe to stay up to date with more episodes of the series Progrichalcos. Goodbye.